Hey, this is Dr. Kent, and I'm an addict. And we're talking about change and, surrendering self-will. Our fears are lessened by the faith begins to grow as we learn the true measure of surrender. We are no longer fearing fear, anger, guilt, self-pity, or depression. You'll find that in basic text, page 27. Surrender is the beginning of the new way of life. When delivered primarily by self-will, we constantly wonder whether we'd converted all the bases, whether we implemented that person in just the right way to achieve our ends, whether we'd missed a critical detail in our efforts to control or manage the world. We even felt afraid, fearing our circumstances would fail, anger, and self-pity when they fell through, our guilt when we pulled them off. It was hard living on self-will, but we didn't know any other way. Can be difficult, especially in the beginning. Still, it is easier to trust God, a power capable of managing our lives, than to trust only ourselves. Those who live in unarrangeable, and the more we surrender, the easier it gets. When we turn our will over to the lives of the care of a God, we have to do it on our part as responsibility and our God by surrendering, acting on faith, and living our lives according to the simple spiritual principles of this program. We can stop worrying and start living. I will surrender self-will. I will seek knowledge of God. Will for me the power to carry it out. I will leave the results of God's hands. You know, when I started realizing that it's not my fight and I don't have to put up a big show, one of the hardest things I learned in this program was to let go and to let God. That was so hard for me. What do you mean I gotta let somebody else control my life? Are you kidding me? Nobody knows my life better than I do. What a fib. What a lie. You know? I had to realize that letting go and letting God was the way to freedom. You know? Step 1, 2, and 3 teach us that. In step 1, we admitted we were powerless over our addictions and our lives had become unmanageable. Step 2, we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves can restore us to sanity. In step 3, we made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God. Well, when I did that, what a whole big difference it was. You know, I didn't have to worry about anything. Um, you know, I just let God take my will, and it became that great wonderment of knowing that I don't have to know everything, you know? And, you know, I worked my butt off to get my drugs. I went and did many things I thought that I would never do. I lied, I cheated, I manipulated, I connived, I intimidated, you know, I threatened. You know, if you didn't give me what I want, I'd come very close to busting your face. And I had no qualms about doing that. You know, today I cry over the littlest things. You know, like the first time my son called me dad, I cried. The first time my fiance told me that she loved me, I cried. That stuff wouldn't have bothered me before, so no big deal. Who cares? Today, it bothers me. You know, not not saying that in a bad way. It's a good thing to have feelings. You know, it's a good thing to feel and be able to understand how a person feels, because empathy and sympathy is so important in recovery. You know, when somebody comes to me and said they lost a friend, it hurts me. When somebody says that I hurt them or I offended them, it bothers me. Before, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't give two blessed riotas, you know? Not a simple thing, you know? Big deal, that's your problem, you fix it, you know? Today, I'm an addiction counselor, and one of my most important attributes is being able to understand the person that's sitting in front of me and understanding what they're going through when they lose something, someone. It's important. Self will is all well and great, but self will makes me egotistical, maniacal, stuck up, and a real stick in the mud. You know, I'm better than you. I don't have to do because I'm better than you. Really? Are you human? Uh, Um, do you bleed? Do you hurt? You're human. We're the same. Because I have an education doesn't make me any better than you. You're ridiculous if you think that's the case. You know, I've known doctors and lawyers and priests. We all have one thing in common. Yes, so what? They have a higher intelligence than I do. So what? We're all addicts in the rooms. None of us are better than anybody. We've all hit bottom. We've all had rough times, hard days, nights, as the saying goes. You know, we've all had rough patches and things we go through, and sometimes it's not very cool to go through it. But letting go and letting God is so much the simpler because I don't have to fight about it. I don't have to worry about it. You say, today I'm at peace in myself. I don't care if this goes to part around me. You know, God gave me a family. God gave me a life. God gave me an education. I guess, of course, I had to apply myself. That's stupid to think that it's going to come to me easily. You know, reach out and grab it off my tree. How I wish. You know, I busted my butt to get here. You know, that's what we got to do. You busted your butt to get, your drugs. It only stands to reason. You're going to have to butt your butt and bite your bullet. Buckle down and pull up your big adult pants and start doing what you need to do to stay clean. My secret to staying clean is very simple. Treatment, steps, sponsor, and God. Without those, working together, coinciding one-on-one, I would not have what I have today. A beautiful family, a wonderful place to live, a happy life, because I applied myself. That's what it's all about. Work hard, and you will gain what you need. You may get your family back, you may not. But you'll be clean, and that's what's important. Because each and every day I get up, I can remember what I did. I remember where I went. I remember what I said. I didn't act like a total dweeb, you know, and hit on my best friend's mum. Yeah. Yeah, I had some real bad times, yeah. Yeah, I actually hit on my best friend's mum. Yeah. Yeah, that was real fun, that was. Real immature, that was. See, I don't do those foolish things anymore today. Today I have a productive life. That's what recovery gets you, is an absolute productive, sane life. It can work. Here at Abba's Healing, we can help you do that. You can't do it alone. The program says we, not I, not me, we. It's that way for a reason. We're not supposed to face it alone. So, I'm here to help and guide you. Please notify me. You can get me at my link, my email, my phone, or you can, every Saturday on Blog Talk Radio, I have an addiction show. You know, feel free to join in. We're on every night at 7 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. Join in, come have fun, and enjoy recovery. God bless.